All right, we are live in effect. We are live in effect. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger and exalted Christ. And I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the extension of the Son of Man. I would like to greet every brother and sister with the greeting words of peace, which we say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings, family. This is your brother, Knowledge 5845 on the gram, author determined to change, student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, by the way of the eternal leader, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can never thank Allah enough for appearing in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. I pray to Allah God that every brother and sister is found alive and well on this Monday evening. All praise is due to Allah. I'm live on my YouTube as well. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube page, my YouTube page is Winford X. All right. Go and subscribe to the page, man, and go check out all of the things that I've discussed thus far. Let me say this, family, before I go into today's topic. And today's topic actually is called Wickedly Wise. All right. This is wickedly wise Europeans. I was going to leave out the word European at first, but then so much stuff that is going on right now. It's not to knock anybody, but it's a lot of things that are going on at this particular time. And being a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he teaches us the time and what must be done. It's no secret that what we're seeing and what we're dealing with, a black man being in the U.S. Constitution is considered as 3/5 of a human being. The injustice we continue to see throughout the courts, mass incarceration, politics, so many things that we see. And the reason why I wanted to touch on this topic, wickedly wise Europeans, is because, you know, in my profession, I do security, right? And just 2 nights ago, I was doing security. I was on an assignment, and I was at a lounge on my assignment at this lounge, right? And it was a predominantly white lounge that I was at. The establishment, it's ran by whites. 90% of the population of the lounge and the little establishment was white people. Now I want you to hear me. As the music came on, y'all ever heard of raves? You know, like a rave? Okay, a rave. Well, I've only seen raves on TV. I've never experienced a rave. I've never really been a part of a rave. But to see, y'all ever heard the slogan, white girl wasted? We've heard that before, right? Oh, I'm white girl wasted. I'm white boy wasted. I'm white boy drunk. I'm white girl drunk, right? I literally was able to see why that slogan is white girl wasted, white boy wasted. 90% predominantly establishment that I met 2 nights ago doing security. They had a rave going, techno music, lights flashing, and they drinking. I'm doing security, right? Well, it was controlled. There was no incidents or nothing like that, but I'm getting to something. As the music was pumping, they having a rave. this techno music going, boom, 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 and they drinking and they standing up on. It's a nice accomplishment. This is not no rundown hole in the wall. This is really nice establishments. It's people coming in with money. Well, as they was raving and listening to the music, it was a different beat, but it was the lyrics of guess who? That's right. The black hip hop artists. The word nigga was not cut out. All of the degrading words that we use towards ourselves, self-destruction, the lyrics was playing, but the beat was different. They had a techno rave beat going, but the lyrics is what stood out to me. And it bothered me. And so as I'm listening, nigga this, nigga that, I kill you, I kill that, bitch this, hold that. Nigga, 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 nigga. And I'm literally observing this. I'm literally observing this. And as I'm listening to the lyrics, 90% of this establishment is white people. And they knew word for word. They're drinking and they're looking at each other and they calling each other's niggas. And I said to myself, Satan is very powerful. I want y'all to hear me. Satan is very, very, very powerful. See, the words and the lyrics has tapped into the subconsciousness. See, here it is. We're fighting a front. We're fighting on two fronts. We're fighting oppressors outside of ourselves, and we're fighting the inner me. We're fighting the inside of ourselves. But white supremacy has spread, and it's a global function to where now you can go in the clubs and you can go into these predominantly white places. See, but it's so hypocritical. This is why the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is so important. I want you to hear me, family. It is so important that we abstract the learning and the supreme wisdom from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because if we're not able to understand how Satan moved with wicked, wise skills, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that Satan is wickedly wise. He's wickedly wise. See, 90% of the establishment that I'm securing, techno music, boom, boom, doom, 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 doom. But the lyrics, T.I., I heard T.I., I heard Takeoff, I heard the Migos, I heard Boosie. They was playing the lyrics from our brothers. They played WAP from Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. They was playing that, but a different beat in the background. A different beat in the background. But all of the lyrics was nigga, 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 nigga. And these white people are looking at it one another, saying the word nigga, and it's just flowing off and everybody is drunk. And I said, look at Satan. I said, boy, look at Satan. You had blacks come in. You had the little sprinkles of blacks come in, and I observed them. I observed them and I said, we in trouble. I said, boy, look at us. I said, look at us. Look at us, man. This is a heavy war. This is a hell of a war that we fighting, brothers and sisters. I want you to hear me. And sometimes it looks like we're losing. If you know anything about scripture, if you study scripture, it's always seeming like the righteous, God's chosen elect, is losing the battle, losing the war. And you can't but naturally reflect to yourself and say, man, it's going to take God to fix this situation. Economics can't fix this. I want you to hear me, family. When we learn the wisdom of the God Yaqub and how he was a God, the wisdom that he brought was so profound and so deep that it would take another God of supreme wisdom to be able to defeat what he brought. I'm listening to techno rave music. 90% of the population was Caucasians. But the lyrics, we're talking about when Kanye West, formerly known as Kanye West, he speaks about Apple. He speaks about these parent so-called Jews, these Jewish companies that recruit the ignorance of you and I. And he put us on the stock. He put us on the chopping block. He put us out there to continue to spew out total destruction amongst ourselves. It's a skill, family. It's a skill. Very hypocritical. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the Caucasian, the white man, he's the hypocrite of the world. He's the biggest hypocrite. I just gave you an example how he's a hypocrite. He's running around speaking, enforcing, and pressuring our brothers, Kyrie Irving. He's sitting around pressuring our brother Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, but they say this is anti-Semitism, 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 anti-Semitism. But I experienced this myself. 90% of the establishment. I'm seeing all these white people come in that has money. This ain't no hole in the wall. This is a top spot that I'm working at. They got money, Bentleys and exotic cars in the parking lot, valeting, pulling up. But see, in the public, we can't say the word. We can't say the N word, this and that. But they let us say it. They say, oh, only blacks can say that word. You have the privilege to say that word. And a lot of us are asleep. And we think that that is a reward because the white man turns around and say, we're not going to use the word, but you can. Like that's a reward to us. See? But it's hidden in the music. And so as we continue to listen, who do you think we say we need to ban hip hop? Look how hypocritical it is. We say, oh man, our rappers are dying. And so white people in high places, the representatives, the voices for Satan, Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, these media companies, these media outlets, the voice of Satan, the voice that represents Satan from behind the scenes, the unseen hand, they're speaking. Oh, we lost another hip hop artist. We lost another rapper. So it's on the front, on the surface, it's seeming that hip hop, but it's a target. It's a target that the Caucasian, it's a target that the white man has already skillfully established. Hip hop didn't start out the way it is right now. Hip hop started out as a positive way to feed and come together in unity. Let's talk about when the slaves was in the fields working before the sun came up and working way after the sun was gone down. They would sing songs to speak to one another. They would sing songs to speak in secrecy, speak in codes to one another. It's going to be all right. Keeping the hope through hymns and songs and being in the field, being a slave. They kept the hope alive through those what we call Negro spirituals. Y'all heard of Negro spirituals? But Satan caught on. Satan caught on. The name of the lie is wickedly wise Europeans. I want to show you something, family. I don't know how many of y'all have ever heard of this book right here. I want y'all to take a real good look at it. I'm on my YouTube page as well. So if you see me at an angle on my IG, I'm on my YouTube page as well. I have my YouTube page going. But I want y'all to look at this, all right? This is a book by our brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Peace to the God, okay? And it is called Understanding the Assault on the Black Man, Black Manhood, and Black Masculinity, okay? Everybody can see this, all right? So we have an establishment called the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, right? Well, they consider this anti-Semitism to them. But when we study and we do a thorough research, we know that we cannot be anti-Semites. We can never be anti-Semitism because we understand that the black man is the original man of the earth. Semitism is not European. A Semite is not a Caucasian. A European is not a European. We gave him the name European. He wasn't established. His roots are not rooted in Europe. I want you to hear me. The European is a name to represent so we can identify. See? Just like they gave a name African American. That's deceptive intelligence. Puerto Rican, deceptive intelligence. European, deceptive intelligence. They named themselves Europeans. That's deceptive intelligence. Don't forget, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that Satan is wickedly wise. There is no way that we'll be able to defeat Satan without the backing of a supreme knowledge, of a supreme wisdom, of a supreme understanding. And the representation of that is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's backed by the two, the exalted Christ and Allah God himself in Master Father Muhammad. We have the receipts. When you have something like it's I sit back and I contemplate and I say it's crazy how we have to dig deep and we have to pull stuff like this. Is not in the schools. This is not in public school. This is not in public school. This is not in universities. None of this. Wickedly wise Europeans, family. Let me show y'all this picture. You see this? Look at this picture. What do you see? This is anti-Semitism. You see this picture? You see this? This is a black man being burned in front of all of these Caucasians. So when our brother Kyrie Irving say, I've done research, I've studied, how do you think we feel when we have to read stuff and see the reality of our people? But they're so powerful economically. I want y'all to hear me. See, Allah says he's going to destroy America himself. He's not going to allow any other nation. He's not going to allow any other entity to destroy America. America military is powerful. She has all the technology. She has this, she has that. But Allah says, no, I'm going to destroy America. I'm talking about Allah God in the person of Master Father Muhammad, from his mind, from his intelligence. You can take it or you can let it alone. In order for us to understand who we are, we got to go to prison. I had to go do 15 years in a federal penitentiary. I had to be an enemy to the United States of America. That's what it's saying on my indictment. The United States of America versus me. So just imagine if we get this information to our young generations, our unborn generations, huh? We don't have time to play. We have to make a choice. We have to make a decision, brothers and sisters. We are in the valley of decision. You can take it or you can let it alone. So many distractions. Oh, the game is on. Oh, the concert. Oh, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. Let me say this to you. White athletes, have you ever considered why they don't never come forth and help take up for a black person who's really speaking truth? You ever notice that? And you got people saying that black people, you got black people saying, oh, why we just can't worry about the sport? Why we just can't worry? Football bring us all together. Basketball bring us all together. Not so. If that was true, then why no white players are coming to Kyrie Irving's aid? Huh? Why nobody stepping up that are Caucasians in football saying, hey, look, why we don't have the Tom Brady's? Huh? Why we don't have these people stepping up saying, hey, look, we just can't do it that way. Why? Because it's their brothers. Why would they go against their own brother? They can stay in the background and continue to reap the benefits of continuously seeing new slaves be born, seeing new slaves be made. Now, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm literally at work the other night listening. 90% of the establishment is Caucasians. And they're literally rapping lyrics, and every other word was nigga this, nigga that. And this is legal. It's legal. Now, can you, as I'm listening to this, but they're having a rave, they're drinking and they're standing up on the couches. and they doing all of this. And I said, what if there was turn? What if the word was turned and it was in every other word, it was cracker? Cracker, 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 cracker this, cracker that, cracker this, cracker that. You will be labeled as an anti-Semite. Oh, this is anti-Semitism. He's spewing out hate. Cracker this, cracker that. But it's okay. It's universally okay for a black man to say nigga, 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 nigga and make millions of dollars. So Allah God, I want y'all to hear me. Allah God knows where the white man will fall is economics. That's his end. That is the only thing that is holding him up. Is his money. Because watch this right here. Just imagine this. A lot of black people are afraid because of the economics. The white man paid me well, so I'm going to be quiet. But you can't escape that because the most honorable Elijah Muhammad says that justice lays down with you when they wake up with you. So even though you're rich, just like Brother Reza Islam said, the more money you have in your bank account, it's just more slave masters in your bank account. The more you get, the more of a sycophant you have to become. Do y'all hear me? Do you get that? The more slave masters you have piled in your bank account, the more you have to become a sycophant. See, it's levels. It's levels to that. I'm not going to say anything bad about our brothers who was pointed out. Now, our brother David Chappelle, may Allah continue to bless our brother. May Allah continue to protect our brother in doing what he does. But now the ADL is speaking out against David Chappelle again. See, Satan has to always be on guard. But what's going to happen when unborn generations and the younger generations continue to wake up? You're going to be, your head, Satan, is on a swivel. Your head is on a swivel. You steady having to look to try to continue to cover your lies, your tricks and lies. What did the most honorable Elijah Muhammad tell us when the white man, the Caucasian, when he came off the island of Palan out of the Aegean Sea, long before it was in Europe, it wasn't even Europe. He was not, how could he be considered a European? And that's not his root. How could he be considered a European? Huh? Satan is very skillful. He's very wise. Look, he gave himself a name, European. See, he gave himself that name, European. This is my origin. Not so. Not so. This is not your origin. But have you ever noticed all the material that the original man has? Allah God is allowing these things to arise and come up. But you never hear the ADL, you never hear them call the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan a liar. You never hear them call Kyrie Irving a liar. You never hear them call Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, a liar. But the tactic is to keep you so in fear that we will take your money and we will subtract you back to nothing. We will make you nothing. See? So this is a PTSD. This is a post-traumatic syndrome. This is we're all, man, it takes God to be able to fix us. And I want y'all to understand, yes, I'm a part of the Nation of Islam. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm a registered FOI in the Nation of Islam. And it's going to take a medicine that's going to heal us. It has to be knowledge, history. Yes, we got to have the knowledge to go understand our true history, but it's going to take more than that. But Allah in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, he came not only with the true knowledge, but he came with the right spirit. He came with the right medicine of real love. And he put that inside of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad to speak the truth, to tell the truth no matter what. See, you can't keep lying. You can't keep, the more and more we're going to continue to ask questions. The more people that are awakening, they're going to continue to ask questions. They're going to continue to examine the condition. They're going to continue to wonder and ask questions. Why don't you like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? Why are you calling Kyrie Irving an idiot? See? What we're witnessing right now is the wheat and the tare. In the scriptures, you can't cut the wheat too fast. You have to wait a certain time to remove the wheat and the tare, because a tare looks just like a wheat. A wheat is good and a tare is bad. A wheat is righteousness and a tare is wickedness. A wheat is submission and a tare is rebelliousness. You get it? You understand? So it styles the wisdom in the scriptures as a wheat and a tare, but the reality of it is, it's talking about the characteristics in a human being. This is all talking about the characteristics from God himself. We're taught in the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, guided and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that allow war with himself for eons of time. So that means that the wheat and the tare have been warring for eons of time. Oh, this is a great teaching. This is wisdom. A wheat and a tare, a yin and a yang. Darkness, light. So what God did was, God in his mercy said, I'm warring with this inside of me. How can I defeat this? How will I be able to destroy what's inside of me that I'm warring with? Look at God. Look at God. I'm going to have enough mercy on myself. I'm going to escape my own law. I'm going to have mercy on myself to bring forth out of me what I'm warring with, so I can see it, I can study it, and I can destroy it for it to never be again. And God said that I'm going to do it in 6,000 years compared to 78 trillion years, compared to eons and infinity of time. I'm going to give what I'm warring with in myself 6,000 years to defeat. That's not even 1%. That's a beautiful, how is that love? Absolutely. Look at the originator. Look what he did. Look at what he did within himself. I'm going to bring one forth. On down the timeline, one is going to come from me more powerful than the originator. Have you ever noticed when we go through things, when we have heavy trials and tribulations, what is the cliche? What is the words of wisdom that the old people told us? If it don't kill us, it do what? It makes us stronger. I want y'all to hear me, family. If it don't kill us, it makes us stronger. So when Allah was warned himself, he's battling against himself. He couldn't destroy himself. He created a law, womb, to always be reproduced of himself through the womb of his first creation, of his second self, which was the woman. Look at his supreme will. I'm going to come through the womb of my first creation, of my second self. I'm going to hide my reproduction through the womb of my second self, man. And I'm going to escape my own law. So I cannot be destroyed. But what I'm warned with has a timeline, has a time limit on it. Oh, I want y'all to hear me, family. Now we have the knowledge of destroying it. That wisdom did not come through anything but the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now watch this. Watch this. We're still talking about the wickedly wise Europeans. It has to happen. It has to happen. As the God came forth, I'm talking about Master Father Muhammad. As he came forth and he found one, and he shaped and molded one out of the darkness, and he put the light correctly into this one, made him a God, made him where, see, when you in darkness and the light hits, it blinds you. If it's not gradually given to you, the light will blind you. Think about the breaking of the dawn, brothers and sisters. I want you to hear me, please. When we look early in the morning before the sun comes up, you have what you call the dawn. It is light that is traveling. That's a warner to let you know that there is a bigger light that's coming behind me. I want you to hear me, family. There's a bigger light coming, but I'm going to mix a light with some darkness to allow you to readjust. What are you readjusting? You readjusting your eyesight. I need time. I need a period to adjust from the darkness to the light. And as you continue to progress during this process of adjusting, the more light that you see, the more darkness is taken away. It is the same with the knowledge that we are starting to see. The breaking of the dawn, the light is starting to shine more. And the black man and woman is starting to adjust. I'm tired of dribbling. I'm tired of throwing a football. I'm tired of being quiet. When you have to go back home, no matter how much money you have, you got to go back home and look at your people that look just like you. And you can see the suffering in their eyes because they fear to speak. What did the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say? They pull your chain. They pull your chain. That's no way to live. That's no way to live. That's not freedom, justice, and equality. That's not the spirit of truth. That's not how we were created. So we have to go back to being created, not made. I want you to hear me, family. There's a difference between being created and being made. There's a difference. And this is why the light is starting to crack out of the darkness. We are seeing the breaking of the dawn. This is a period of adjusting. Our brother Kyrie Irving, he's adjusting. What did he say? I'm not alone. I have a family that's with me. You got that right. Absolutely. You have a family that's with you, that's going to continue to speak the truth. And as long as we speak in the truth of what it is, oh man, we have the supreme God that is backing us. And they are afraid. It's nothing they can do. Satan's head is on a swivel. He's got to see, he think he's dealing with just one or two right now. But it's more that are hanging on the balance, that are getting themselves ready, that are preparing themselves. And every time they hear, oh, there's anti-Semitism, let's come down on this one. And everywhere we see it, we're going to come down on this one. See, Satan think he's doing something, but you're only digging yourself a deeper ditch. But he knows that already. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us in Message to the Black Man and in Fall of America, and Our Savior Has Arrived, Satan knows he's going to lose. So why not just give up, Satan? Why not just say, hey, look, you got me, man? Because that's not how Satan works. Satan is going to bring as many as he can down with him. So when he pull your chain to be quiet, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that God has given us a grace period to make the right decision. He's given us a grace period. In the Holy Quran, hell is talking to Allah. I want you to hear me. Hell is speaking in the sense of an expression. Hell is saying, is there more? Is there more? Hell is saying, is there more that can be filled? Is there more? It's not literally talking about some damn cartoon or some damn voice coming out some fire. They show us images of this and this is what we really think. No, it's a description of the reality of real life. Conditions in hell. Yes, you a millionaire. Yes, you a billionaire, but you suffering. I pull your chain. You can't enjoy it. Yes, you can go anywhere in the world. You can have this nice car. You can have this $50 million mansion. Oh, but you cannot run from God. None of us can escape the God. And this is why you see them come out later on and they go crazy. I can't take no more. I just can't do it no more. And they build us to think that this person is successful. They teach us and shape us to think that because this person has $1 billion, they're successful. Don't tell me that we don't need the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Don't tell me that that man is not important. Don't tell me that the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad out of the Nation of Islam is not important. Don't tell me that the Nation of Islam is not the last hope, because it is. I'm not saying your denomination or what you have is not prevalent for you. If that's what you want, good, fine. But your ideology, as more reality starts to pour out, your way of thinking, your way of living is going to have to come up under this. You can take it or you can let it alone. See, this is not just for the registered member. I want you to hear me, family. I want y'all to I want you to clean the wax out so you can hear me again, so you can say, what? So you mean to tell me that that it's room for me under this and I can keep myself as a Christian? Why, yes. Absolutely. Yes. If you be patient and sit down and listen and stop going on what you was taught through fear and give yourself an opportunity to listen. And you can find your way of life, your Christian. You like to hold on to the word Christian because you think of crystals or Christianized or Christ. Well, in actuality, the true teachings of Christ and Christianity is two different things, very different. Did you hear me? The true teachings of Jesus, the Christ, not Jesus Christ. Christ is not his last name. That's not his last name. Christ is the function, the power that he activates and utilizes in real time. Christ is an action that is set up with freedom, justice, and equality. What is freedom, justice, and equality? Truth. How long have the Nation of Islam been asking? How long have the Nation of Islam been asking the ADL, have a sit down with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the research team and the students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? We don't come with hate. We don't come with violence. We don't come with guns. We come with supreme wisdom. We come humble. But we come bold. We come with confidence. We don't come as sycophants. No, man. We come with truth. So the ADL has to be like a swivel. Satan is panicking. He has to look. But what's going to happen when Kyrie Irving pop up over here? When another Ye pop up over here? Huh? What's going to happen when it start popping up in not just America, but on the islands in Jamaica? Huh? What's going to happen when it pops up in Africa? What's going to happen when it pops up in Europe? Oh, man. ADL, you got your hands full. I would say you have your hands full. So when we see our people being burned, y'all see this? Look who's standing around. Look who's standing around. Don't you know that they made flyers for entertainment? This is entertainment to them. Let's ask Adam Silver about that. Let's ask Abraham Foxman about that. See? The name of my title is wickedly wise Europeans. Wickedly wise. As I close, brothers and sisters, we have to make a decision. It's not going to get better. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that in order to change, dissatisfaction has to sit in. Well, let me tell you, in the supreme wisdom that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us, that Yaqub was born out of. He was born out of the 30% that was dissatisfied. They were dissatisfied with what was going on. Huh? As it was then, so it is now. But the difference between his time and our time, it wasn't 30% of the dissatisfied. In 2022, it is 100% dissatisfaction. You didn't hear me. We are at 100% of dissatisfaction. So change has to happen. And God always chooses out of those that are being oppressed. God never takes the side of the oppressor. He always takes the side of those that are being oppressed. So we have to make a decision. We can't even get this in the public schools. We have to go to prison to get this type of material. I had to do 15 years in prison to write a book, to write Determine to Change. I had to go through hell to be untouched. I had to go through hell to be untouched. We talk about the secret relationships between blacks and Jews. How Jews gained control of the Black American economy. This book was $35 on Amazon, brothers and sisters. When the situation first happened with our brother Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, this book was going for $35 on Amazon. You know how much this book is now on Amazon? $2,500. Satan is running out of tactics. He's running out of tactics. So I'm saying that to say, as I go back to my initial opening, as I worked 2 days ago at a 90% establishment at a lounge that I was at, they was playing rave music, techno music. They didn't have the hip hop beat. They took the hip hop beat out. And they had the techno music going, boom, boom, boom. They were standing up on couches drinking. I'm talking, this is white people. But they had the lyrics of T.I. going. They had the lyrics of Boosie going. Every other word was nigga, 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 nigga. 90% of these people in this establishment are drinking and looking at each other, calling each other niggas, 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 niggas. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says that Satan is very, very skillful. We cannot defeat Satan on our own merit. And who's a better example in our midst than the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? So, family, if there is anything that I've said that has rubbed anyone the wrong way, that's not my true intention at all. That's not my true intention. My intention is to do as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gave us instructions when it pertains to social media. You want to get on social media? You're going to be an influencer to the people on the cyber world, in the social media world. Don't go up on social media and entertain and participate in the foolishness. We have too much of that. But if you're going to utilize the social media, let's get up there and teach the people love. Let's get up there and teach the people the truth. And let's get up there and expose Satan in high places. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan tell us, that's my job. Let me deal with them. Yes, but we are his workers. We are his helpers. We are his brothers and sisters who we said that we are honored to go to war with you, because we look back at our own personal situations and we tired. We dissatisfied. When Allah calls you and touches you and activates you, man, you've lost things in your life. And as you look back, you say, man, what do I got to lose? See, God will allow certain things to be taken away from you to strengthen you. You didn't hear me. Allah will allow certain things to be taken away from you where other seeds can be born in you to live in your purpose. It's a hell of a war, man, on two fronts. It's a hell of a war on two fronts, brothers and sisters. Opposition outside of us and opposition inside of us. If it wasn't for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, how would we even know about the internal fight? Yes, we had Marcus Garvey. Yes, we had Frederick Douglass. Yes, we had Nat Turner and Du Bois and all these great leaders, Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth. We had some great leaders. But spiritually, the medicine to win spiritually is what we need. The medicine that we need spiritually came to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You can take it or you can let it alone. So, brothers and sisters, I'm honored to have an opportunity to be inspired to go live. I get people that ask me all the time. They DM me and say, brother, you going live today? I don't know. Brother, you going to go live today? What you talking about today? You going to go live today? Let me tell y'all something, man. When I come up here and hit that button to go live, it has to be an inspiration. It has to be something in me that is saying, share this, man. Share this with the people. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to go live for your entertainment. I'm not in the rap game. I'm not an artist. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Do I have room for correction? Absolutely. I'm not up here better than nobody. I'm not better than nobody. I have much room for correction. But I like to share the inspiration. I like to share the determination of the change. And it's very challenging. It's draining. Do you hear me? It's draining sometimes. Sometimes you don't feel like you feel like you're losing. I know I ain't the only one. You feel like you're losing. Don't feel like you're gaining. So much pain. It's pain. Striving to be determined to change. It's painful. It's painful. It's painful. I pray to Allah God that He allows every brother and sister an opportunity to reflect and see themselves self-improvement. We all tired. We all dissatisfied. I understand that. We are. Self-improvement. Self-improvement is our key. So, brothers and sisters, again, if there's anything I've said that has rubbed anyone the wrong way, that's not my true intention at all. But if there is something that I've said of benefit, understand that it comes directly from Allah through me. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I'm striving to help him get us safe to the other side. And at the same time, I'm striving to correct myself and get myself safe to the other side. So with that being said, may Allah continue to bless every last one of you. I greet you in the greeting words of peace, which we say in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum.